And we are back once again to talk about this week's tokusatsu. We are Half Hour Henshin. I am Sleepy Witch, joined by
DJ Azure, the 2.5D here talking tuber. If I sound a little bit different, it's because my computer is having issues.
Yeah, it basically exploded.
Yep.
But
Oh, man.
with that, I guess let's start with this week's episode of Gavv.
Oh, we're starting with Gavv.
Oh no, with Gozyuger. No, you're right. Sorry. I always watch Gavv first, and for some reason that went like, all right, let's talk about Gavv. I'm like, wait a minute. That's not how this goes.
Yeah. Oh man, this week's episode of Gozyuger. Oh my god.
I mean, we're continuing the theme of being very silly with the bear man.
Yes. He's like. He is so heartwarming. He legitimately does want to help people. He's just addicted to Gozyugers.
He really is. First of all, I like how they've added him to the opening.
Yes.
I like him watching from afar, like holding his own standee. Obviously, he gets his own part of the jump. And then we get his own little transformation. And I do like that at the end, he gets put on like a slightly different layer than the Gozyugers because he's standing on the logo.
He's on he's like on a pedestal and stuff like that. It's pretty great. I love it.
Yeah, I like his addition to it. I like that the song that we saw for his opening last week is like his insert theme. Also, it's really funny because obviously Gozyuger doesn't really have an ending like Boom Boom just did, but I definitely saw some people talking, being like, I wonder if he's gonna be in a bubble.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Sakito Bubble. People really did hate you, and I understand why, but I just kind of gave up. It was kind of funny by the end of it.
Yeah, by the end of it, it really was just that funny.
But I get it. Honestly, it was kind of cute, focusing on we got our young lad from the cafe.
We got Ali for once.
Yeah, and I kind of think it's very cute. First of all, I just love the vibe that, because at least, like, the Gozyugers all, except for your favorite, they all dress kind of like normal people, where, like, you see them out on the streets, you're like, yeah, that's, like, who cares? That's a guy, that's a girl, like, who cares? Ryugi's wearing a sack, but, like, we're not going to talk about that. Gozy Polar's just out there, long-ass jacket, he's got the good burn on the whole, every time. He just walks up to him and is like, what's wrong, boy? And I'm just like, kids, if you see someone dressed like that approaching you, be worried.
Yeah. And then, of course, he had to basically introduce himself. I'm the godness Kumade. Like, I'm practically a god.
I'm almost a god.
Oh, yeah. Oh man. This week's monster is great. Sports festival. He even just thinks of sports festivals and just ruins them.
Yeah, I like that. Apparently, the funniest thing to me is that apparently he's been doing this for a while, because they're talking about rumors, and apparently this has been happening for a while. And so I'm just like, man, I guess this guy's just been in the background doing this while the rest of the show's been going on.
Yeah. Oh man.
I do like his monster design. I love that he's got like this nice deep voice too. He's like, I'm the #1 sports festival guy.
Yeah, and like the whole thing is that he's basically, I think, using the Goggle 5 IE to cheat, and we get a lot of shenanigans with it. Like, we basically see cheating with like them punching down the basket so they can just throw everything in, and other things.
But they were also shot. I do think it's really cute that Hoero was super excited to participate in sports day activities.
Yeah, it's really cute because we do get some some great moments here. Like Ali, the scene that everyone's talking about was what Makiro was saying to Ali, where it's like, it's okay to hate exercising, but you don't know if tomorrow will come, so just live your life to the fullest.
Yeah, everyone really liked that. It was such a super cute scene. I'm gonna be honest, when you were talking about the scene that everyone's talking about, the scene that I've seen everyone talking about is definitely the
touching tips.
Yep, touching tips. Exactly. The duo transformation.
Which was sick as hell.
That was very cool. I do like that they can do that. And again, this is when we're seeing that, look, obviously the game is rigged against them. That's kind of how this no one works. The judge is like, well, you guys needed to tie your legs with a white ribbon, not a red one. So that doesn't count.
Yeah.
I thought the fight was going to start right then and there, honestly.
Yeah. Also, we got some nice lore about Mashiro as well too. Like he's over 10,000 years old.
Yeah, he's like
he puts honey on everything.
Yep, I guess he's got those bare taste buds. I also like that because I thought it was kind of funny. He's 26, or I guess am I 10,000 and 26? I don't know how that works. And I love Kinjiro being like, "Wait, so are you older than me or younger than me?"
Yeah.
Very cute.
I also saw like funny images of like saying Jeremy and Jeremy and Genba looking at Mashiro saying "Welcome to the club."
Oh yeah, honestly, I've seen a good chunk of those too. I think also my favorite bit with Kinjiro this episode was just he got the bill and he had like a heart attack.
Yeah.
That was good. I love that Kuma's solution to all of this was like, what if I bribe the judge as well?
Yeah, and I was laughing so hard. Like the moment they said that the Gozyuger was on, I was like, he bribed it, didn't he? And then we see like the golden gavel, and I was
like
dying of
crystal
laughter.
gavel with the jewels and everything, like the very gaudy like. I love that. I thought that was pretty funny, and it's like, and he called it like my bribing technique or something like that, like my win. I don't know. It was cute. I thought it was a good bit. The cavalry battle was very fun. I love that, he showed the kid that there could be some joys in doing stuff. And then obviously we get the full
carrying Ali and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously we get the full Gozyuger cavalry battle. I think my favorite bit is, having Kinjiro duplicate himself with the Kira Major ring.
Yes. Yeah.
It was so good.
When I saw that, the moment he took out the sketchbook, I mean, I know, I'm not sure we watched at least a single episode of it yet, but the moment he took out the sketchbook and said, he's going to Kirameki, he's going to Kirameki, and then I just heard Kirameki, I was like, yes, he did it!
I'm glad that he did it. I'm glad that was cool. Because again, I mean, Kira Mage's on the watch list. I haven't gotten around to watching any of the stuff other than we've been watching recently. But it was really cool. And I also love that it was just basically him and Sumino. I love that like everyone is friends, but also that's just his granddaughter.
Yeah.
They get paired up. I love them like as a character pairing. They're so cute. I love that she's like, all right, grandkin, let's go. Like, they're adorable. I love them together. They're so good. That is just a girl and a grandpa.
Yeah, it really is. It's adorable.
Her very young looking grandpa.
Yeah.
And obviously Rip Bouquet. She just showed up, got mud, and was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this anymore.
Yeah, immediately.
Actually, you know what? No, I'm not doing this.
Yeah. And it's really funny too because she gets dragged. Yeah, she gets just dragged into doing the obstacle course as well too, which was really funny.
Again, because the duty bribed is like, hey, I gotta help out since I did get the last guy killed.
Yeah.
Not that it helped because obviously, he gets one shot. I do love the finisher. I do love I love the boxing theme for him. I do love that when Gozu Polar was fighting, you saw him dodging and weaving and stuff with the knuckle.
Mm-hmm.
I love that his transformation, he's kind of doing the jumping up and down, kind of the relaxing your muscles, and the warm up before he does the punch up to his hand. So I really love the theming for that. I think it's so cool. And obviously, with his finishing uppercut, fantastic. I love that shit, especially because he uppercuts him and the kid stays standing there when the no one gets obliterated from within him.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was super cute too because he basically saves it. He does help out Aoi, and then Fuda says, "Hey, don't forget to pay your fee." And then we get one of the sweetest scenes ever. It's he really is just addicted to other Gozyugers.
Yeah, he tears it up, and it's there's no harm in doing some pro bono work sometimes. And I love how Kuma's so distraught at this. He's like, "Wait, no, I don't want to do that. Charge this kid."
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, it's an unbearable idea. Thank you, overtime subs for that. For giving us the Kuma puns.
I do enjoy that very much. Thank you, overtime subs. And then we get next episode preview, locked room murder in the Tegasword village.
Oh no.
But also I love that the guy who got murdered is one of the Bell guys, and it's just like, why are you here?
Yeah. Yeah, so is this going to be the Sumino and Ryugi episode, essentially, it looks like?
It looks like it. I mean, it's definitely, she looks like she's taking a major role as, like, the detective. At some point, we do see, like, Ryugi on the ground, almost like if he's supposed to be playing dead, next to fucking Fire Candle, who's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So that has me asking questions.
I think they zoomed out, and I think he was in an interrogation room, so they're going to be interrogated to all holy hell. And it's going to be really funny because, oh man, I can't wait to see more Fire Candle. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm glad we have more Fire Candle. I was also going to be, I'm also, this is kind of where I guess it works out that Sumino's power doesn't work on ring users, because that means you can't just read their minds and find out who did it.
Yeah.
I wonder if it really is going to be a Gozyuger who just saw one of the candle dudes, just took him out and was like, all right, now this is a murder.
Yup. Oh, man.
But it looks like it's going to be something sillier than that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Looks like we're going
to Yeah, because this show, like, just like Gavv, like, we have been getting, like, it's like they've been really faking us out with these episode preview, so we'll see what happens. See what happens.
Oh god. Okay, getting to Gavv, man, I thought we were gonna have a silly one.
It looks like
I thought after Honto we were gonna have a silly one. We were gonna we're all gonna make pudding, it's gonna be so sweet. I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, it's way sadder than we could have gotten in, because
and the worst part is it starts like a silly one. Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Them coming in to check it on Dente, and he's just on the ground with Lakia standing over him, and then he just starts like crying, basically like, no, I don't want to work. I want to go out and have sweets and go out and eat the stuff that you could only eat in store. I don't want just the take home stuff anymore.
Yeah.
And we do get the context from the preview that him at the parfait shop is just a dream. But also, something we didn't see in the preview, that dream ends with them shooting him full of lead.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for them to start firing. Just hear them like, oh my god, Dente's dead.
Yeah. Oh man, but we essentially get to the villain of the episode, Glada. Yep. Oh man, Glada is not having a good time. Like, I know we had the joke last week of take all of Glada's pain and multiply it by 100-fold and give it to Honto.
Yeah, double it and give it to Honto. She is not doing well. Her family's falling apart. She now has just found out that Jeeb has gotten modified with one of the black Gavs, and she goes to confront Neil. And I love that she's like, did you give him a red Gavv? He's like, no, of course not. I gave him a black one. If that's like a substantial difference. We also get a little bit of Jeeb at the beginning, basically being like, why couldn't I fight him? Why couldn't I do it? And it's like, I mean, it looks like you're fine. Maybe you're just having a hard time adjusting to the power. Different people like adjust to things differently.
Yep. And then, Lizelle just being so creepy about it. It's like,
oh my god.
Okay.
When she like puts her hand on his Gavv and is like looking at it smiling, I was like, ooh, I got like a little shiver there. Like, oh no, girl, please stop touching this man. He needs better right now.
And also just giving commands, like saying, "Hey, Neil, I want more toxin." Or my dad's asking for more toxin. Please,
yeah, she's like, I want you to
look into that.
Yeah, I want you to keep experimenting on it. And it's like, yes, madame. And I love that. I think someone else I saw mentioning it, that like she calls him brother-in-law, but he still calls her like madame. He's like, I am not getting that close to you two. But then also, she's the one who goes to Glada at first, and is the one who's like, the quality on these is pretty bad. And all I can think about this is every, like fucking middle manager, they just took over the company. They're like, this looks like shit. And it's like, this is literally your fault. We told you that collecting this many wasn't gonna, we told you that if this happens, like, whatever, man. But of course, that leads into the Glotta confronting Yelv, and where she finds out great Uncle Dente is still alive.
Yup.
And
And we were, yeah.
And this is when, like,
This
oh, okay,
confrontation.
Something's gonna happen. We saw it a little bit in the preview, and then we cut back to the silly stuff. They're preparing, they've decided they're gonna prepare a snack for him and bring it there. They're gonna build it there. They're preparing the pudding a la mode. We're getting like a shopping montage. We're getting, some really cute stuff with Lakia and Sachika going shopping together. And basically, hey, he can tell which plates are going to be good because he's looking at them like almost like to eat them because he's a Granu.
Yeah, I was laughing at that. I'm like, oh my god, he's really doing this right now.
And then I love the last that it's like, this too acidic, and they're like, acidic, and he just like puts the plate up to his face. Daru. Absolutely adorable. Obviously, we have another, we have a very cute Shoma's doing grocery shopping on his own, and he runs into the candy shop man. Who, I mean, they're focusing on him.
Yeah,
that's gotta be something.
Yeah, I'm really feeling that, he is probably, like, maybe I'm faking myself out. I'm working myself into a shoot here, but I have a feeling that they might turn him into like, the main villain. Maybe
the main villain. I have no idea. The two thoughts are, one, either he's a secret Granute, or two, he's Shoma's relative that's still alive.
Yeah.
Which
that's what I am hoping for. Which,
we do get a little bit more on him. He's talking about how he's, doing this before he's off to visit a grave. Apparently his parents have been gone for a while. So some people could also noted that with that, it could also mean that he could be like Shoma's older brother.
Oh, true.
Because if both his parents are gone, maybe his mom was taken, and maybe his dad, like, something happened to his dad because, grief, or just, it could have been his time, and he was left all alone. And it turns out, he's had a younger brother this whole time.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
So we'll see. Him and Shoma do, obviously they run into each other. They seem to like each other very much. They seem cool. And he's like, drop by the sweet shop the whole time. And they run into Hanto. And I love that he was, Hanto's out here while he's looking for Shoma's parents. And for a second, I thought there was going to be a reveal with that. They were going to be like, oh man, it's in the same place that guy's shop is. And then it's like, no, Hanto's just lost.
Yeah.
Rip Hanto's sense of direction.
Yeah. But man, talking about family members, we see Glotta and Yelv talk to each other. And it's like basically just talking about how Glotta is very much fight first, talk later. And then this is when she finds out about Dente.
Yep, she finds out about Dente. And then we get oh my god, the Dente scene is so sad. He's trying so hard to understand her, and he's like, you must have been so lonely. You don't care about the company. You just care about your family falling apart. And she's like, stop it. And she throws Dente. I'm like, nah. He's just an old man. Leave him be. This stuff, honestly, it was so sad, especially like at the very end where he's like, I know you miss your family, but you have another brother too. You could come here. You could live with us. We could all be doing something. And we don't even get to see it. We just cut back to everyone. They've got all their ingredients. They're walking back happily, and they just walk up, basically like a redux of the earlier scene from this episode where it's, Dente on the ground with someone standing over him, except, now he's got the big long gash on him, and Glotta's standing right there. And I've saying something where like, no matter how far I've fallen, I haven't fallen that far or whatever.
Yeah, and of course, it's a good thing you noted that big long gash, because Lakia did too.
Yeah, we're getting the final. So you must have really killed Komel. First of all, oh man, Sachika's traumatized. Like, we do get the confirmation. Yeah, he's dead. Dente's gone. So now we have, in my opinion, we have a couple threads that go on for this. Obviously, Dente's gone. If the Ramstum thing breaks, we can't make more. Two, we don't actually know if he ever finished making a antidote to the toxin, you know. He ended up just giving them gas masks. So now if they're going to continue the experimenting on Lakia's toxin, well, there might not be much we can do about that.
Yeah. And you know, we get Scythe versus Scythe.
Yep, and then we get the fight. The other two stay behind for a second because obviously we do get the confirmation that he's dead. Sachika's super distraught. Shoma stays with him, but obviously he sees that blade and he's like, "You are the one who killed Komel." And I love that she's still like, "I don't know who that is. Like, I don't know who that is." Like, and, you know, he's like, "Well, I saw the blade marks. It was the same blade mark." It's like, then I probably did it. You can't expect me to remember every single guy I kill.
Yeah, it's
And then the fight interspersed with the like almost like flashback of her killing Komel. That was rough. And honestly, Lakia had a rough time. First of all, we get some like really, really cool shots. First of all, just like the beginning of the fight of like the arrow shooting, and she just fucking dodges it without looking at it at all. Second of all, the little bit of like the untransformed fight. Man, I thought he was dead there for a second. When he's falling from the tree and she's got the scythe just coming straight up, I was like, oh no, rest in peace, Lakia. We never even got to see you, Grease Blizzard. And it's like, I should have known. I know he gets another form. I know he's not dying right now. But at the same time, in the moment, I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Well, I guess Alamoda, as we've been saying, really is our Grease Blizzard moment. I'm not ready for it.
Yeah. I mean, he's another frozen form. So we're going to see how that goes, especially because, you know, even during the last episodes, he was talking about like, you know, no matter what happened, I would still go after the person who killed Komel. And to be fair, you know, Clodagh has kind of been set up to not be redeemable at this point. She killed Dente. I don't really think there's going to be like a forgiving resolution. So I'm not there with him. But the thing that scares me is the like, you know, even if I die, as long as I get her, it's going to be fine. And it's like, oh no.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, you know, we get the transform fight, and I mean, he gets demolished, unfortunately.
Yeah, he does. I think and Glad even throws back his bow at him, like saying, "Hey,
throws the weapon at him, like, here you go, you're gonna need that." Honestly, I think, you know, obviously he's been having a hard time recently with the current fights, but I think it's been kind of cool because like he got to stay what felt like really strong and overpowered, like his evil ranger, you know, turned to the good side, but he didn't actually get nerfed. And so now it's just showing like the guys you're dealing with are so much stronger than what you were dealing with earlier, you know. Especially on the Glotta front. We've already seen her basically like take out base Honto without having to do anything.
And we're seeing that, you know, like, you know, he can probably, like, you know, they do show any more, like, you know, regular agents, like, you know, he could deal with those, but he cannot deal with Stomach Family.
Yeah, especially I think he might be able to deal with, like, he would have been able to do maybe with like original Jeeb and Sheeta, but once we get, and also maybe Nielv might not be able to fight just based on like the kind of character he is, but especially Glotta, I mean, again, she basically one-shot Honto, but without even really having to transform. When we saw her fight, you know, Caking, which is, you know, a stronger form at that point, that didn't really do anything. It broke her scythe, but it didn't even come close to beating her. Like, she walked away. She was like, all right, that was kind of interesting. I'll see you next time. So, still nothing. So he just gets obliterated. And, you know, we get a quick save from Shoma, punching her out. She gets blasted away, but it does not look good.
And
honestly,
and this episode preview, oh man.
Yep. I love that, you know, it's like we're gonna do what Komel and Dente left me. Also, again, putting on the mode looks very, very cool. I do like the suit a lot. I like the suit a lot. I saw another tweet I saw about it or whatever. It was okay, we got putting on the mode and we have Rainbow Gotchard, and it was like, how did we give the rainbow suit and the fruity suit to the two straightest guys on the show? And it was like, okay, real. That is, I wasn't thinking about it because like, yeah, I guess you're right. I guess sometimes it's
Yup.
just like that.
Yup. And then I mean, and also, man, do you really think we're gonna get Grease Blizzard? Do you think we're really gonna get Grease Blizzard in this next episode or the episode after?
Okay, so I don't think it's happening next episode. I think we're gonna
Hmm.
get probably a triumphant transformation, but I think it's gonna happen like afterwards. I don't know if it's like next episode, but I think this next episode he survives. I mean, I want him to survive to the end of the series. Do I think that's gonna happen at the moment? At the moment, no. But I want him to. I want him to so bad.
Actually, what I should ask is that, do you think he's gonna survive to the summer movie?
I want to say yes. I want to say yes, but I'm not sure.
Oh man, yeah, because I have a feeling that's the reason why we haven't seen the trailer for the summer movie yet, because it might be showing that Sachika might be Vlam for the summer movie potentially.
No idea on that yet. The main thing, obviously, with that is the fact that we've seen a little bit of stuff for the summer movie. Obviously, have you seen
County Monster?
Yeah, well, have you seen the not Shoma?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh no, I haven't seen the not Shoma yet, but yeah.
Or not the not Shoma, but like there's the cavity monster, but there's also like a good version of him, and it's that white suit that I sent you.
Oh, I didn't see that yet.
Yeah, if you scroll up right above the Just Watch Gavv and you see that, that's apparently gonna be him. He's got like the white Gavv looking thing, but it's not a Gavv.
Okay.
So we have like another like Shoma-like guy, and it looks like, obviously the bad guy is like the cavity version of him. Because obviously that old white suit was like the white thing from Gaim or whatever, but they're kind of theming that he's gonna be kind of like that themed. So we got like, because it's gonna be like his white Gavv versus like the other like cavity rotten Gavv. So we've seen that stuff, but also I'm gonna be honest, nothing that I've seen from this movie has Lakia in it anywhere. And now that you've said that, it scares me. So I guess for the time being, my honest prediction is no, he doesn't make it to the summer movie. Is that what I want? No, I want him to make it to the end of the episode, and I want him to be happy. But
yeah, and I mean, it also does not help. They've been giving him a lot of cute scenes with Tachika. It does not help at all.
They're like setting it up so this is gonna hurt so much. Okay, we have my two couples that I love, and you're like setting one up to die so hard. I can't believe this. I'm distraught. That's what I am. I'm hoping next episode is fine at least. I'm hoping he at least gets to use the form like once or twice. But yeah, I am scared is currently my vibe. So we have me scared. And I think we got like 2 more weeks before we get Ultraman Omega added to the mix too. So
yup.
Whew.
Can't wait for that.
Super excited. Woo. I'm hoping we get like a fuller trailer so we can talk about that either next week or the week before.
Yeah.
But with that, thanks so much for listening, guys. As always, we always appreciate you guys, and we will talk to you guys later.
Later.
This program is brought to you by
our unending love of tokusatsu.
If you enjoyed the show, please be sure to like and subscribe.
And hit the bell for notifications. And if you would like to support us further, consider becoming a patron at our Patreon, Half Hour Henshin.
You can get some exclusive benefits, such as your name in the credits and joining our sticker club. Or, if you want to help with a one-time donation,
you can also find us at Ko-fi at Half Hour Henshin. You can email us with any questions or theories at halfhourhenshin@gmail.com or on Twitter at halfhourhenshin.